Considering some of the turds that have been released over the years with Assassin's Creed written on the box, it would be easy to write off the series as a whole, but let's not forget that, of the 8 mainline releases in the Assassin's Creed franchise, 5 of them are excellent. By far the best of these are the Ezio trilogy of games, which started in 2009 with Assassin's Creed 2, what must surely be a contender for the most improved sequel of all time.
Like last year's Uncharted for Nathan Drake collection, all 3 last-gen games and their single-player DLC have been included, but without their representative multiplayer modes. This isn't in itself a huge loss. Multiplayer was always a perfunctory sideshow to the campaigns, and never truly lived up to the potential of the idea behind them.
You can choose to jump into any of the 3 titles without completing their predecessors, but we'd strongly recommend starting with Assassin's Creed 2, or AS2 as it's become known. Here we're introduced to the young, naive and dashing Ezio Auditore de Firenze, a cocky young man voiced memorably by US voice actor Roger Craig Smith. In a nutshell, As Creed's finest character is built upon his murdered family, grave injustices committed against him, and a metric shit-ton of feathers that have to be inexplicably collected across the rooftops of Florence, Monteriggioni and Venice. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, or As-Bro, sees a distinctly more leathery and middle-aged Ezio taking the fight to the massive and sprawling city of Rome, where he recruits a brotherhood of assassins, do you see what they did there, to aid him in his fight against the Borgias. Finally, Assassin's Creed Revelations, or As-Rev, sees old fart Ezio and his terrible goatee wheezing across the rooftops of Constantinople and Cappadocia, searching for a link to a secret left by Altair in the not-so-great first entry in the series, before he dies of old age.
Each of the 3 instalments come with absolutely huge open-world areas for you to explore and murder your way around. There's no doubt at all the wealth of content provides a great value for money, considering their size, sheer level of detail on display in each of the worlds is surprisingly high.
Less welcome than Sean's Codex entries are the frequent intrusions of the near-future setting where long-term series meta-protagonist Desmond is accessing Ezio's memories via the Animus. Single-handedly proving that not everything Nolan North touches, or indeed voices, turns to gold, the gormless, miserable grey hoodie-wearing churl repeatedly pops up to remind everyone that there's a story you don't care about constantly pervading the one that you do. As it somehow took Ubisoft 5 games to get the message that everybody despises Desmond and his witless storyline, he and his largely unlikable gang pop up throughout all 3 games included here.
This isn't the only area where the game stumbles. Anyone who's played for more recent As Creeds may be surprised to find how differently Ezio controls, particularly in As 2. Although refinements are made as the trilogy progresses, we would have preferred Ubisoft to take a leaf out of Naughty Dog's book by modernising the control scheme and normalising it across the 3 games, but well, that would have required effort.
Also, as detailed as the game worlds are, they are nevertheless last-gen games up to 7 years old, and they look it. The buildings appear angular and blocky, and the characters themselves seem to have surprisingly low polygon counts, giving their faces in particular an unnervingly smooth appearance. Also, for better or worse, all 3 of these games fully succumb to Ubisoft map syndrome. Although streamlining in terms of gameplay mechanics is evident over the course of the trilogy, it's clear that quality over content hasn't always been prioritised. The fact is that none of these problems are particularly ruinous to the otherwise top-drawer experience that the Ezio collection provides. These games are, quite simply, modern classics. The incredible feeling evoked by running around the rooftops of Florence to the strains of Jesper Kid's superlative soundtrack is something that stayed with us over the years, and to find that the trilogy still holds its own after so long is a great pleasure. We do wish, however, that Ubisoft had done more than the bare minimum with this remastering, particularly in the wake of the Drake collection, and there will unquestionably be disappointment from fans of the original's multiplayer mode. For that reason, we're giving the Ezio collection a score of 82%. It's me, Ezio!